Brought to you by The Vault.
Hi, I'm Shy.
And I'm Kathy, and this is our Girlfriends Talk Show where each week we have fun and we spill the tea.
Or the wine. Be sure to find us wherever you listen to your podcast and follow us on social media. Yay!
Hey everybody, so welcome to the 4th episode of Girlfriends Talk Show.
Yes.
With Shy and Kathy. And
Josh, the wine.
Yeah, exactly. Call us, Josh.
Josh is the only man we'll allow in here for now.
Well,
we let your son in last week, which was the last show was a pretty awesome show, and we're going to kind of take from that and go 102.
Yeah, so if you watched the last episode, it was all about momsplaining, and we kind of talked about, accidental pregnancies versus planned ones, and I wouldn't know anything about the latter. But, being a mom, it has consumed 28 years of my life.
23 of mine.
Yeah. So, you can't really momsplain everything in one 30-minute podcast.
I don't really remember what it was before.
Well, I guess not. I bet you did.
I went from being a kid to being a mom.
You really did.
At 17. I don't really remember. I don't remember what my body looked like before birthing children.
Well, thank goodness there's some Polaroid pictures that you can reflect back on from that time. But this episode is Momsplaining 102. Is being a mom all that you thought it would be?
Huh.
I've just had this conversation at work today. I was like, why do we do what we do? Because it's literally so much. And you get a lot. I love being a mother. I think it's fantastic.
Well, every time I ask somebody that's a mom that has little kids, I'm like, so how's all the kids doing? You know what their answer is? It just starts with that.
That's pretty much it.
I'm like, well, I wouldn't have expected anything less.
Do you know why I started drinking wine? Because of my kids.
Became a mom.
Because I'm a wine mom.
That's exactly why I started drinking. I started underage drinking because I became a mom at 17. So there I was, underage drinking. Sex on the beach. It was my favorite little drink.
Oh, I thought it was your favorite thing since you were a mom before you started to drink.
But the drink was good too.
Oh, that's right. You were Sex in the Cemetery. I forgot.
Yes. With the first one. That would make a good drink.
Ew. Well, maybe you can start that. But okay, so
what would yours be? Sex in the bed?
No.
Well, Kathy, go ahead.
No. But evidently I did because I did it somewhere because I have 2 kids.
Sex in the grass?
No, you get red bugs.
No.
Sugars. It's not good. Anyway, so after you have that baby, so, you've got 9 months to prepare, plan, you have showers, so you get diapers and diaper bags and all this baby gear that's really exciting. You put the swing together, the crib, you wash all the little clothes. You hang them all up. Oh, yeah, hang them all up in the closet.
Everybody else is so excited.
Everybody cannot wait for this little 8-pound bundle of
then you go in the hospital.
Squirmy joy.
You die, almost. You let this thing out. And then nobody knows who you are anymore.
Actually, as soon as they take that baby out and, hopefully everything is good with you, everything's good with that baby, they hand you hand them your identity. You no longer are Kathy or Shy. You're now somebody's mom. And nobody cares about you anymore.
Nope.
So back in the old days when I had my children, so it was 20 plus years ago, there was no golden hour, which is snuggling with your baby after you have the baby.
That's what they call that?
They call it the golden hour.
I was like, just take it away. It's dirty.
No, now they clean it up.
There was nothing golden about that moment.
They still clean it up, but then they give it to you like as quickly as they possibly can, and you do skin-to-skin contact with the little squirmy worm.
No, that's what that was all about.
Well, it is now. Back in the day, though, they took the baby, they cleaned it. Well, they showed it to you, so you got to see it from far away. Of course, you just had a very traumatic experience, and you're just like, oh, my God, it's out. Thank God. And then they take it, and they clean it, and then they give it to the dad. This is the old days. They give it to the dad, and the dad takes it to the nursery. So everybody follows, and this is what happened with me. Everyone followed my husband and my new baby's boy out the hallway. I mean, out the room, down the hallway to the nursery, and I was by myself.
Yeah.
By myself with the doctor
Nice.
who was stitching me up.
That sounds great. Forgot that part
And
too.
I'm like, hello? Hello? Anybody?
So you're no longer, well, you were married. You're no longer single. You now have this thing you have to take care of constantly. So me being 17, having this thing to take care of constantly, I mean, I'm still in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just a junior in high school. So
That was a lot.
I'm having to go to school. I have a kid. I really don't even know.
You blocked it out.
I
haven't
have.
you?
I really can't tell you anything about those times. It's crazy. It was that traumatic. Then 10 months later, boom, I have another one. What the heck? So it was all just so fast. Like I said, I became an underage drinker.
You're an underage mom?
I was an underage mom.
So it was
living in a little tiny bitty little trailer house.
You know that MTV figured out a way to create a whole show around your experience.
The first time I saw
like a whole
moms,
show that's lasted for like, I don't know, 12 seasons.
Oh my God, Kathy, I would have been the star on that show.
Yeah.
The first time I saw that show, I was like, holy crap, where was, like, why didn't they do this when I was a mom?
You could have been a superstar. You could have been just like,
God.
what's her face that has gone on to have a lot of plastic surgery.
Yes.
Do videos that she shouldn't have been doing.
But
have you seen that video, by the way?
No.
It's called Backdoor Teen Mom.
Oh. She's moving up.
I watched it.
Yeah. Well, at least she's not getting pregnant anymore that way, right? So, anyway, no more singleness.
I wouldn't recommend that, though.
No more singleness.
As a form of birth control.
Once you have a baby, I'm trying to change the subject here. You become one with all these children running around. And that's not really, but there are some moms young moms, whenever I had my kids, I had some friends that also got pregnant. It's kind of like a thing.
Well, y'all didn't have a lot to do where you were.
We didn't. It was in the country.
Mm-hmm.
But their moms raised their kids.
Oh.
Now, when I went to my mom you want to watch this kid for me? These kids for me? She would just look at me. No. You did that. You watched them every second of every day. And I had to.
Yeah.
So, no, there was no help there. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But that's going to take us to our next segment. Your mom versus my mom.
Yeah. And that literally could last for the next, I don't know.
A year.
Probably. We won't do that to you.
Quite a bit of difference. Just like there's quite a bit of difference between Kathy and I. There is a big difference between my mother and her mother.
Oh, my gosh. They have one thing in common. We'll tell you guys about that next.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Watching or listening to this amazing podcast hosted by two of the most dynamic and brilliant women you'll ever meet.
Advertise with us and watch your business grow as big as our heads.
Seriously, hit us up at vault.news/contact and find out how affordable you can advertise on our show.
All right, we're back. And so we're talking about Momsplaining 102. So 101, that was last time. 102, we've moved up to a sophomore level here, ladies and gentlemen. So, everybody has a mom. And you wonder, especially when you're growing up, is your mom just your mom? I mean, I kind of figured my mother, that was her end goal, was just to be our mom.
Not a best friend or a...
No, I mean, why would she want to do that? She had the best kids in the whole wide world.
I think the end goal for my mom was just to be the Wicked Witch of the West.
I think your mom basically wanted to create her own housekeeper.
She did, and she did very well with that for a minute. She did.
I did used to like try and sell myself as Cinderella when I had to do the laundry.
Is that all you had to do?
Pretty much.
I had to take care of my two brothers and do dishes and clean up everybody's bathrooms and everybody's beds.
That's so terrible.
Wash clothes and make sure my brothers had a little snack when they came in from school. And oh yeah,
you're already a mom.
Pretty much. And my younger brother's 11 years younger than me, so I ended up changing all his freaking diapers. So it was kind of a rough time. My mom was in my mom and dad had a horrible marriage. So I see that now that I'm older. She
Yeah,
was
you
very
didn't know
depressed.
then.
She was not in a good place. But there were a lot of things that I did that my mom still to this day don't know anything about. But I did just acting out because
Yeah.
of just having to,
You
feel
know,
like I did everything.
I think until I became a mom, like my mom and I didn't have one of those like weird relationships where we got in fights. I mean, we had a super close relationship, and so I kind of felt like she was perfect
Mhm.
in a way, even though I knew she wasn't. But when I became a mother, I was like, wow, it took you a lot of effort, didn't it? Like this was a lot, and
Yeah.
she
You definitely see the other side of the story once
Yeah.
you have kids.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
But my parents, on the other hand, had like a super loving relationship. Not that they didn't fight, but they were very respectful of each other. They worked out issues. There was conflict. There was resolution.
If you listen to the show before this, then you had her son, my daughter, in here talking about their childhoods, and I'm kind of hearing the same thing here. The same story. Grant was everything was good. Mom and
Patterns
dad,
repeat
mom and dad,
themselves.
everything's happy.
My
blah, blah,
mom
blah,
spilled
blah.
water on me on purpose. She dumped water on my lap.
And then my daughter was pretty much raised herself because I was working and going to school,
Yeah.
and didn't hear me. So
Yeah.
anyway, quite a nice, interesting situation. I feel like it just kind of made me stronger.
It did. There's no doubt.
The only thing that our mothers have in common, which we had mentioned before we went to break, is their birthday.
They do. So our moms, Shy and I met kind of randomly, and our mothers happen to have the same birthday. So every single year for the last 7 years, we have called our mothers on their birthday. And
I started a new tradition last year.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let's make this interesting. Let's call my mom, because there are so many things that my mom doesn't know.
And she probably doesn't need to know.
Well, she doesn't.
My mom doesn't want to know.
But I think it's funny just to hear her reaction with something. So I'm gonna, you know what? We haven't done this yet, but
Let's set this up real quick because Shy's mom lives in Georgia.
She does. So I mean, I can't get her in, but
No.
anyway, I want to call her and just to.
So you know one thing about my mom, if I called her on this phone, it would be the same phone number that I've had my whole life.
Really?
Oh yeah,
My mom's moved around many a time, just like me.
the same phone number.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Mother. How are you?
I'm good, Shy Baby. How are you?
I'm good.
Hey,
So Kathy's here with me, and we're doing a.
Hey, Kathy.
hey, how are you, Mom?
I'm good, Kathy. I also have Christy here, the great niece.
Oh, hey.
sweet.
Well, you might not want to put me on speaker because I'm about to tell you something.
Oh no. Well, why don't you tell your mom what we're doing right now?
So, Mom, Kathy and I are doing a podcast, and I'm going to give you all the links and everything so you can start listening.
No,
and...
you did not go back on the radio.
No.
About your mother.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. But
All
I look. Remember,
It is going to be on the internet, though.
remember last year? Don't tell her that.
No, I remember too many years with too many bad things.
No. So remember last year when I called you on your birthday, and I was like, "Mom, there's something I got to tell you that you never knew."
Yeah, they call me live on my birthday over the whole radio. Okay?
So,
Every year.
okay, so Mom, I've got something else I need to tell you.
Am I going to cry or be hurt or be upset or?
No, you might
stopping?
be.
I'm driving.
I know. You might be surprised, maybe not.
Yeah, she's not going to be surprised. So, Mom, one day
Does Kristen need to hear this?
she can. I mean, she's a grown adult. She might have done this in front of her mom too.
Oh my God, are you really about to tell her that story?
Why not?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
So,
Go
Mom.
ahead, Shy. I'm waiting. My God, I'm driving.
Oh, Miss Donna, I don't know if you want to
So,
know.
one day, pour your glass of wine.
I'm going to.
So one
We all
day,
got wine.
Good.
Not drinking it now, but I'm
No,
taking
don't.
it home.
yeah, straighten that up, Mom. We're on the internet. So one day, there was somebody over at the house. You know, it's very seldom that I could have boyfriends over. Plus, I didn't really. I mean, I was young, so. Anyway, there was one in particular person over at the house one day, and remember how our house was set up, where the kitchen and the bar was overlooking like the living room and the TV, and when you're sitting on the couch, your back is towards me in the kitchen, right?
Right.
Well, while you're sitting on the couch and watching TV, your back's towards me, but I'm washing dishes, and there's something else going on in there too.
In the kitchen?
Right behind you. And I didn't mean it, Ma.
Oh my
But-
God, yes you did.
But it just, I mean, at 16, I just had to find every chance I could. Ma, I'm really
16?
I was really a good kid. I just made bad decisions.
Oh my God.
But you never knew it. I mean, you were watching TV. Everything was fine.
That's when I went to bed for 3 months.
I don't even I didn't even know what to say whenever she told me that story because I can't even imagine a scenario where that actually number one works and number two, like who's the dude? I mean, he must be a champion because they're not.
You tell me what you did.
Mom.
Oh,
It. I was doing it. I'm sorry.
Are you?
Ma, look, it's been many years ago. So it's just time I just get it all out in the open. Because I feel better
I
now.
told her not to.
Did I even like this person?
No. You didn't like any of them.
Okay. Yeah, without saying no names, I know.
Oh. Whoever he was, number one, he was disrespectful.
Oh, yeah.
But number two, I mean, he was kind of a champion because how many guys could actually do that? Could pull that off?
Mom.
No, how many daughters can actually do that?
Well, there you go.
Mom, I love you so much. And I feel better now that I got
She's
this off
mad
my
at
chest,
you. I
so
can tell. I heard that tone.
Well, I'll let you go now. I love you. I'll call you after our podcast.
Love you too.
Bye.
She hates you.
That's no good. All right. So when we
That
come back,
was
let's
not
change the
smart.
subject. Probably not, but I feel better.
Yeah, well, we definitely need to change the subject
When
because
when we come back, we're going to talk about how cool are you now that you're a mom. That's on the way.
Yeah. We're Shine Kathy, and right now we're working for free.
And we'd like to get paid. Can you help us?
Advertise with us so we can feed our kids.
No, really. Advertise with us because it's affordable and we can help you while you're helping us.
Contact us at vault.news/contact to find out more. All right, so we're back now. Okay, we just talked to Shy's mom. I think maybe we all needed a breather, including Shy's mom.
I'm gonna have to call her later.
Yeah, you're.
Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna mail her some wine. She'll be fine.
Well, I actually think you should. So after you become a mom, I think one of the universal struggles is how are you going to be cool? I mean, because you literally have already lost your identity. You know, everybody takes the baby and they take your identity.
I feel like you've
with
lost, or I lost my fashion.
Oh,
yeah. Because I mean, when you become a mom, you can't wear the stuff that you wore pre-maternity clothes anymore because you're a mom.
Well, so
especially when you have a daughter, that changed it completely.
I worked in retail for 12 years. So from the minute that I had my oldest son until my younger son was
went from before you got pregnant, you were probably in junior section.
Well, yeah.
And after becoming a mom, you went to the Mrs. section.
I was in a 3 after I became a mom.
And you went into the Mrs. more.
No, I was still a 3.
But
then I was
like
a 5, and then I was a 7.
Type of clothing, you know how there's a difference. The pants come up higher. The shirts get a little blousier.
Yeah. Well, so what I tried to do because I had to was still kind of remain fashion relevant because of where I worked, but it was harder. Number one, because things didn't fit the same way.
Yeah.
Number two, because you actually have to consider what you look like. Like, could I wear a schoolgirl skirt? No. It would be stupid.
Yep.
Weird. But it was fashionable at the time. So how do you stay cool when you're a mom? Like, how do you figure that out between when you're a 23-year-old and then you become a mom and you're still 23?
You hide them. Nobody knows you have
hide
them.
the kids?
Yeah. Nobody knows you have them. Just like when I had my Mitsubishi Eclipse. That's why I got that thing. I mean, because I shove them. It's 2-door, so I open the door.
Hang on. Let's back up because everybody doesn't know your timeline. So you have 2 little kids, right?
Yes. When I had this Mitsubishi Eclipse, yes, they were 3 and 4.
And you decide to get a 2-seater car.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had a little bitty seat in the back. So
But you have 2 car seats.
maybe.
Oh my God.
So I
Different time, y'all.
pushed them in, pull the seat up, push them in, shut up, kids, sit there, and went and did what we had to do. But if I could leave them at home with a babysitter, that was even better, and I could sport around my Mitsubishi. I mean, literally, I'm 20, 21 years old.
Were you drifting in your
Absolutely.
Eclipse?
Going to college.
Drifting into the LSUA parking lot?
Yeah. Like, here I am. What? So, yeah, I was still cool all the way.
So when I had my first son, I had a Cutlass Supreme.
Oh.
Oh yeah, baby. It was an
Nice.
Oldsmobile
Did it have
Cutlass Supreme. It was
Hydraulics on it?
No, but I
What?
could have put it on there. But it did have big old T-tops that were glass and huge. And so, like, if you were going to take them off, you had to plan to take them off. Could not be 1% chance of rain.
Did
because
you have
God
Skittles written across the
forbid.
side?
I did not have anything written across the
That'd have
side.
been cool.
But I did end up, because it was a coupe, so it only had 2 doors, trying to shove a big car seat in the back of the G-Wagon, and
G-Wagon.
I hit my son's head on the
I feel
top
like we're
of the,
still trying to be cool right now.
on the top of the thing so many times. I really think he's brain damaged from that. So I had to trade it in, and I traded my Cutlass Supreme with T-tops in for a 4-door Buick Skylark.
Oh.
That was maroon.
I was never going 4-door. You know what my next car was after my Eclipse? It was a little Honda Accord. It was still cool. It was silver.
Yeah.
But it was 2-door still.
Well,
But the back, because they got to where they can sit in their little booster seats now, so I didn't have to
You're in
have
a
so
booster.
much room for the big car seat. So in the middle of them was a huge speaker. Because I had a BA sound system in that
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
I mean,
Now they both have hearing loss.
and that's where me and my kids learned the Missy Elliott song. Get your freak on.
Well, I don't
Get
know.
your
Can
freak
we?
on.
Can we? I don't know
And
if we
so
can sing.
we were singing that over and over because that sounded amazing through my speakers. So I
I bet you
remember
couldn't
that.
hear your kids. So
They would put their little sippy cup of milk on top of it, and it would off on
All
the
right. Well,
floorboard.
you were doing that. I was in my maroon Buick Skylark that was actually maroon on the outside and on the inside.
Oh wow, cloth seats.
Oh,
Like
yeah, it was
velvet
a little.
seats. Oh no.
So you couldn't get more maroon.
Maybe some cigarette hole burns in it from
No, it
the
was-
previous owner.
It was brand new.
Oh, brand new.
Well, it was a brand new program car,
Yeah.
so it was brand new to me.
I bought auction cars. That's
It
all I
did
could
not
afford.
have a no cigarette burns. Regardless, so my kids are in the back seat of the maroon thing that I was driving, and when they would fight, which they invariably did,
Mhm.
I would put my CD of a very mellow group from the 70s in there,
Bless
and
hearts.
I would literally turn it up so loud
I think
it-
you talked
it
about
would-
this the other.
it would drown them out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Grant said that he still has PTSD.
Meanwhile, I would put mine outside and keep going.
But how do you, I mean, like literally, how do you stay cool after you are a
Well,
mom?
I thought that I was cool all the way up until present time. Now my kids beg to differ. I don't get it, but still, my youngest one, who's 14, we're 27 years apart.
Mhm.
So I guess I'm the old mom now for him, but I'm still the young mom to my other two.
Mhm.
But still, all the way around, I'm not cool in their eyes.
Well, I mean, think about it. You have a baby and you have a diaper bag that you've got to carry
And
everywhere.
that you can't make yourself cool.
No, I mean,
This is why I said hide the kids. Nobody knows. Just keep them hid. Keep them away. So
maybe I should have met you a long time ago. I couldn't hide my kids. I didn't know how to hide my
we'd have been
kids.
best of friends. Anyway, so now present day, my daughter owns a boutique and she keeps me cool, kind of.
Well, she tries. Speaking of cool, how about an Urban Dictionary word of the day?
Oh my!
Because that's a way to
Okay.
keep yourself cool. All right, so I found one that's really not mom related necessarily, but it could keep you cool when you're out there on the street.
Yeah. Okay.
If you see somebody that you really like, I mean, you admire. So
Okay.
what if you saw like a mom that like had all of her stuff together? She just looked good. She was sharp. Her kids looked great. You know what you would say?
What?
She's low key a goddess.
Low key a goddess.
Yeah.
That's a lot of words for one description.
No.
She's a low-key...
No. She's low-key a goddess.
She's low-key a goddess.
Yeah. So it's like Beyonce, right?
Okay.
Beyonce is low-key a goddess.
I'll never remember that.
Shy and Kathy are low-key a goddess. Not really.
Are you ready for your country word of the day?
Absolutely.
So, back in my day, back in my hood, we used to, every time
This is how to not be cool.
Every time something was good, we would add the word plum to it. That is plum good. That is...
What?
Well, that's just plum dumb.
Well, that's not good. That's bad, right?
Well, right. But we could use it in both connotations. So that's just plum bad. Now, I don't know the definition of it, but
so I guess
use it in a sentence.
I guess if you're not low-key a goddess, you're just plum bad.
Yes.
There you go.
When we come back, we'll wrap this show up. So stick with us. Hey, you! Yes, you! Watching or listening to this amazing podcast hosted by two of the most dynamic and brilliant women you'll ever meet.
Advertise with us and watch your business grow as big as our heads.
Seriously, hit us up at vault.news/contact and find out how affordable you can advertise on our show.
All right, we're back. So Momsplaining 102. You've graduated from 101. You're on Momsplaining 102. It's your sophomore level course.
We'll drop the mom after this episode.
You're about to graduate, though.
Because I'm cool.
Being a mom is cool. We're about to tell you how to do it. So, but you know what? As cool as being a mother is, it's kind of hard.
It's very hard.
And sometimes
it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my whole life.
Sometimes it's rather thankless.
I mean, it's harder than being married, and that's freaking hard.
I don't know if it's harder than being married.
Oh, it is. Well, yours just lasted for freaking ever, but it's hard. It's a tough deal.
I do remember looking...
Because you can't get rid of these things.
I remember
you can get rid of the husbands.
Yeah. I remember looking at my oldest son. He was about 6 weeks old. He was in the bassinet, and I was like, wow, this is forever. Like forever, ever. Yeah. So, yeah, you're right. It is hard. But you know what? Every once in a while, you just got to throw your sucker down in the dirt.
You just say, you know what? I'm not doing it no more. I don't care if I have 2 kids. I'm getting that Mitsubishi Eclipse, and they're just going to sit in it.
That,
I don't care if they cry in the middle of the night. Guess who's not waking up? Because if I can go all night without eating and drinking, they can too. My kids slept all night because I made them.
Can we talk about ways that we can make a stand without getting CPS called on us?
That was a stand, and I made it without CPS. You will not cry all night, little Reuben.
Nobody knew.
You will go to sleep and be fine.
Thank God the statute of limitations is over with that.
No, it'd be okay. They're perfectly grown, some overgrown children that are just fine. And they did not have to have a bottle every 3 hours during the middle of the night. So that's a learned behavior, my friends, when they start crying. No, I wouldn't do it.
Well, other people have to take their stand in other ways, including being on strike. So how I learned, moms can go on strike was from my own mom.
And you are currently on strike.
I am on strike right now.
Okay. So
yeah, I'm about to tell you like my picket stance.
Okay.
Like my chant.
This is interesting.
Anyway, so I learned mom striking from my mother. And she decided that at one point she was going to just go ahead and let it all be done. She wasn't going to cook anymore. We had a maid, so she didn't really have to clean. So I can't remember what else she wasn't going to do.
Y'all all had it so easy.
Maybe stuff that I didn't need to know about that she was striking.
I feel like y'all lived in, remember the old show Dallas? I feel like y'all all lived in the Dallas house and everything was perfect and nobody shot anybody.
No, nobody shot him.
So, I feel like it was all perfect.
It wasn't.
Meanwhile, have you ever seen 8 Mile? I'm living in that trailer.
It wasn't perfect. But, yeah, so she decided she was going to go on strike. So, there are a couple ways, ladies, that you can go ahead and handle yourself and your business when you feel like you're taken advantage of and nobody is really appreciating what you're doing. So one of the ways to do that is to move out. I mean, you really can find a great excuse to move with your friend and really separate yourself
And she did.
from your current situation. Now, I don't recommend it if you have small children. I mean, I have a semi-adult kid and a husband that lives there at my house. But I did spend about 3.5 weeks away.
It was amazing. I benefited from the whole thing.
She did.
She cooked, cleaned, everything was perfect.
Yeah. So whenever I decided to go, well, when I got tricked to go back and I went back, I was like, hey, guess what?
Home.
Y'all have figured out how to do this by yourself.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just not going to do it anymore. So what that means is Mom's on strike. So it doesn't mean that I'm not going to do anything. It just means I'm not going to do the things I don't want
You're
to
not
do.
going to cater to them anymore like you used to?
No, I'm not going to keep an inventory of everything that we run out of. So if we have no coffee, I'm not putting it on the running grocery list, because guess who was the only person that was putting things on a running grocery list?
Yeah.
Me.
What about the menu?
There is no menu anymore.
Whoa.
Which
She used to make a menu weekly.
Yeah.
This is what we're having Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which I thought was crazy anyway.
no, it was a great way to plan and shop.
How are you doing? Not
I
doing
don't
that?
think
Because
anybody has dropped any pounds.
that was part of your sanity, keeping things in order and in line.
Mm-hmm. I'm not doing it.
Is this why you're drinking more?
Maybe. Yeah, so I'm not doing that. And they both looked at me and said, why? And I was like, because y'all have figured it out on your own. And I just don't think I have to do it anymore.
Cheers. Cheers to that one. Mom strike. Gone well.
Great idea, by the way. Now, I will tell you, I've backslid a little bit this week. I did write some stuff on the list.
You didn't drink enough this week then. That
Actually,
was the problem.
didn't drink it all this week, except for now.
Huh. Well, all right. So mom striking, I guess that's a real thing. I don't have to strike. I'm good. Everything's cool.
Oh,
In my
really?
world. Well, my oldest two are gone. They've got their own little thing going, and my 14-year-old is between me and his dad. So there are weeks that I don't have any kids, which is the greatest thing ever. I've never not had a kid ever.
True, you haven't.
I mean, I went straight from being in the house with mom and dad to having a kid and being married.
You did.
So 40 years old, finally free. I mean, I feel like the shackles are taken off.
Okay.
It's amazing. Anyway, life's good.
Being a mom is a great thing. There's no doubt about it. I don't really know. Again, I do believe in the end it's all worth it. Praise God that we do have children, that I have healthy children, that you have healthy children.
Oh, very thankful for that.
You know, it is the circle of life.
But I'm very thankful the hard part's over.
Yeah.
Kind of, I guess.
But-
Knock on wood. Oh my God, I just jinxed it.
Why'd you do that?
But anyway, all in all, it's good to be a mom. That's what God put us here for, I feel like. Job well done.
What they say.
That's what they say. I struggled through this. True saying
You know
that.
what I do appreciate?
Job well done. We did it. Conquered. Done. It's time to move on with our life and be us. Kathy.
There you go.
It's
Well,
time to do what we want to do.
Here is our...
Buying a sports car. What?
Oh, no, you want to buy a Jeep.
That too.
Yeah. Our girlfriend tip of the day. All right. Because that's what we end up wrapping everything else. You know, we kind of wrap this all up in a big bow. In
Drink
a
more
package
wine.
with a bow. Our
Buy a
girlfriend tip of the day from Momsplaining 102 is you be you. They take that baby away. They leave you in that room. You know what? You're still who you are. You're who you were meant to be. You don't just have to be somebody's mom. But if you do find yourself in that predicament, go on strike.
That works for you.
Yep.
All
No
right.
doubt. You know
So
what?
don't lose yourself. Be you. Be
Mhm.
happy.
That's
Smile
right.
through it.
And you know what? Always be girlfriends.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you guys next time.